welcome back to the channel, and today I want to try to recreate a mechanism that I found in a video on a channel called The Art of Rendering. So this is the mechanism here in the video Mechanical Principles Part 17. This is a channel that I've actually recreated a handful of these strange mechanisms. I don't even know what the basis of these mechanisms are. I just see them and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I wonder if ScrapMan can make something like that. So this is a mechanism which causes a sliding platform, but the unique thing about it is it has different speeds depending on the direction. So it goes slowly in one direction, and then it kind of snaps back quickly to the beginning and then goes slowly in another direction, which I could see as like, that could be a handy application if you wanted to create some type of platform or course or something like that, where you wanted it to move in different speeds in both directions, where it's easier in one direction, but it's not really like a return option, you know? Now, before recording, I was really studying this mechanism to see, first of all, is it possible and simple enough to build in ScrapMan? Because some things, like gear mechanisms like this stuff, not really gonna work very well in ScrapMan. There's a lot of crazy other things. This one could work in ScrapMan, but yeah, there's a lot of like this you just can't really do in ScrapMan. Like you're creating these weird curves and the teeth and stuff like this are not gonna work very well. By the way, I will link to the video if you want to check out some of the other cool stuff, and also check out the channel overall, because there's just hundreds of these weird mechanisms. Now, when I was studying this, I think this could be simplified a little bit and achieve exactly the same result, because I was looking at mainly this purple and this light blue, or teal, aqua, whatever color you want to say this is. These two things seem to be essentially redundant, and I believe if I try to build it as is, it doesn't make sense, at least in ScrapMan, because there's two fixed points in this. If you notice, this seems to be the source of force, the rotation force. You turn this knob and that causes this to happen. And that translates through here, which then causes this to rotate. But look at this, this intersection right here. That is also fixed completely. It doesn't move at all. It's completely static, but it's not attached to anything. However, if you look at this point, and if this is not attached to anything, there is nothing keeping this blue piece in place right now, because there's a slot right here with a peg down here, and there's a big slot right here with a peg right here. This whole thing could just slide. It could just slide down. So that's not going to work in ScrapMan unless this was attached somewhere else. So that got me thinking, why is this purple piece even here in the first place? Because essentially this is the only source of rotation that you actually need. If you just have this rotate, you get the same effect. So I think I'm actually just going to delete the purple piece from this and then make this our static attachment point, and I think that should achieve the same result. Now, the interesting thing with how this is going to work in ScrapMan is it looks like I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 separate objects, because each of these objects slide over each other, meaning that they cannot be physically attached to each other. So this is going to be an interesting challenge dealing with all these separate objects. But this orientation right here, I think, is the build orientation on the lift for our 90-degree build grid. This is what's going to allow us to build it. So for materials, I'm probably going to use the square mesh block as low friction block for the sliding, the platform that gets slid across. Not the moving platform, but the stationary platform that you have to slide over. The rail, basically, I guess is the best term for it. Definitely gonna need a pipe piece like this. This is gonna be what slides in the grooves, and definitely some bearings, of course, and some cardboard so we can have a block that we can destroy so we can detach the parts from each other, and then a switch to turn it on and a controller to control it. So I think these are the materials. I don't think I would need anything more than that. All right, now the building begins. So if that is going to be, oh, I just realized there's 2 attachment points. Even with my system of deleting the purple part, the really long blue groove has to be attached down the bottom as well. That has to pivot around that location. I didn't even notice that until just now for the first time. All right, so I guess let's build this base. All right, this will be the rotation point of the big long blue thing. Actually, you know what? To make this more aesthetically pleasing, I'm gonna use some extra parts here. Yeah, I think this will be a good end attachment point. All right, that's good enough there for now. And I'm actually thinking about, I'm gonna turn this on its side. It's just gonna be a lot easier to build off of this. All right, so if this attachment point is 1 block, that'll be the center. All right, that'll be the top top of this, but then it even extends a little bit more. And then we got another one of these things. All right, so if this is the center, this is where the pivot point of our actual source of rotation should line up with. So I want to build a rod up to here. This is where I am going to attach this to, and it should go up from the starting position. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it with a 1 block gap just to prevent friction issues or collision issues, and we're gonna go like that. So that should be good there. So it rotates from here. It's gonna push it down. Before I build the platform that attaches to this section, let's test that this seems to do this fast, slow motion, because this is the foundation right here of the mechanism. And I do that. Make sure it's on loop. 360 degrees. All right, here we go. Well, that's a bad sign. Did I do it wrong? It says loop. Why is it stuck though? Maybe it has to go slower. Oh, wait, now it's down. Okay. 30 degrees. Okay, that's not right. Why is this not? What, dude, I did a measurement wrong or something. If it's center, if it's centered, if this is at the center and that goes out to the end, it should. It's probably the distance between this and this that needs to be corrected. I feel like that does. I feel like it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter where this pivot point is. This should just go where. Oh, I don't know how I didn't realize. That's the, oh no. I just attached it to the first blue bearing I saw, and I assumed it was that one the whole time, even as I was just staring at it right in front of me. Okay, all right, now that, oh, I just broke the whole thing. Hold on. I know that there's a method to do, I welded it upside down into the ground. Are you ready for this? Do I remember how to do this? All right, we go 1, 2, 3. We go 1, 2, and then we go like that, and then I believe we delete this and place a block back. There we go. Life hack for those of you who accidentally weld stuff into the ground. I don't know why that works, but it works. I'm just gonna go 90 degrees so it goes in slower increments, but it is on loop and go. Okay, this is a lot slower than I was expecting it to be, but let's watch and make sure it actually does the thing. Good. And then it should go faster now. Yeah, all right, let's bump up the speed. Okay, there. That looks so smooth. But right now, this has the advantage of all being one mechanism, as in everything's attached. The next part of it, the sliding platform, has to be a separated mechanism, because we were fortunate here where we have this attachment point and that attachment point that are attached to each other. But the next mechanism has to be separated from everything, so it is going to be free floating. Let's actually try to find the speed. Oh, this is actually not too different from the speed. All right, this is the close enough speed I can get to it. This is slightly faster than the one in the video, but the slower option is slightly slower, and I think faster just... I just like it better faster. All right, I did a quick paint job so we can distinguish the different parts according to the diagram as well. So now for the separate thing, oh, we need the track. The track should be attached to the base. That's probably gonna be the best way to do this. So that needs to attach to the platform that moves. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think I know how to do this. All right, so we're gonna have boop, boop. Platform's gonna intersect with that. So the track actually does go above this and then back over here. So I think I could attach the track to like here. I'm transitioning back to horizontal so I can have an easier time building upwards. All right, so this track needs to align with above this pretty much. Oh yeah, this part, hold on, this part was supposed to be a low friction block. And the track that they have has grooves on it. We're not gonna need that because it looks like the platform is grabbing underneath and that's gonna be plenty good enough. We don't need those extra grooves. All right, so now I need to build the track on this thing. And how am I going to do this? It needs to wrap around. I need to make sure that it's detachable. All right, so I'm gonna put this bearing here. This cardboard block is going to be what gets detached. That bearing Putting that bearing down first makes it so that the rest of this stuff doesn't get attached to the track. It has its own separate object. All right, and then this just wraps around the track, basically. Well, actually, it should just wrap around the top, and the bottom is kind of open. Yeah, so we'll have like one block on the bottom. So then if I delete this, it will detach the entire thing. And then now from this, we've got to build down. We've got to build the attachment point. And I don't really know how far down it needs to go. We can always adjust it. Let's go down this far for now. Okay, I think this is ready for a test to see if this actually all works together as intended. All right, I guess the only thing I haven't really tested is how far does this thing slide and did I give it enough room? So we push this button and see what happens. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to remove the particular block that needs to be removed. There we go. Now that is a separate piece. Let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, okay, that was a little rough. Oh, the ending is rough. I don't like how rough the ending. Oh, here, let's go slower. Go slightly slower. All right, there we go. I need to remove that. It doesn't make a difference. Why is it rough like that? Oh, hold on. That is a little weird. I don't know if anything that I did is contributing to that, because like all of the different parts of it look like it's functioning the way I want it to function. It's just it gets caught over there somehow. Okay, let's slow it down a little bit more. Let's go about like half speed. Oh boy, hold on, I need to put it back on a lift. Oh no! Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta respawn the whole thing in because it's separate parts. All right, I mean, it should be able to work without being welded, I hope. All right, let's turn it down to 180 slow. It's still on loop, so it's just gonna loop 180 and it'll keep going like it's 360. Gotta get rid of that again. All right, yeah, let's watch it from this side now. Now it's going slower, so maybe it'll be smoother. Oh, there we go. It just had to go a little bit slower. It's so smooth now. Yeah. I wonder, I don't know if there's any way we could make it smoother at faster speeds. You know what it seems to be? This platform that's getting essentially pulled and pushed. When it gets pulled and pushed, it is being pulled kind of from down low and stopping from down low. And that's causing it to try to like pivot in. And I think the edges are just like, they're catching at faster speeds. So here, let's move it back up to 360. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. It's gonna fall over now. No. Ugh. Yeah, I think it's causing the edges to angle down because it's just pulling it from down here. It's stopping it from down here. All right, but I want to see what this thing is like from the top. And actually, I want to actually ride it. But I need to fine tune it just a little bit more. I want to make it so that it actually goes all the way to the ends of the platform. Because right now the platform is a little bit too long. So here, let's put it back to its preferred, its stable speed. And then we need to mark. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, please survive. No! All right, so it looks like it goes to here. So I want to delete from here. Okay. That means I can build down from here, right? Yep. And then over on this side, where are you stopping? Right here. Okay. So now we can delete all this stuff. All right. I think it is ready for a real test. Let's make sure that this all works with its new dimensions. And let me delete this annoying bearing. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. There we go. All right, so I guess you got to imagine that this is lava or something, because otherwise you could just walk across the actual thing. Then we could jump on this, take a nice casual ride over here, and I don't have any destination that I'm going to in particular, so I'll just like jump off there. And there we go. Then it goes back kind of fast. You can get the next person. Here, I actually want to ride it back and forth, just to feel the faster motion. Here. Then, yeah, a little bit rocky on the return trip. But all in all, I think we did pretty good at replicating the mechanism, and we even simplified it a little bit. There was that kind of weird redundancy there. So yeah, this is my version of the mechanism. and, you know, compare it to the other version of the mechanism. What do you guys think? I think it works pretty well. And you know what? I think the only logical thing to do now is bump it up to maximum speed and break it just to see what happens. All right, so pull this up full 360 and put this, oh no, 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 no. It's gotta like reset itself. Okay, hold on. I need to spawn in a new one to do this. All right, so let's bump it up to full 360 and put it on fast. Oh, gotta make sure I actually delete that too. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. It didn't even, it immediately broke. This just immediately fell out. Okay, good job. Good job, mechanism. All right, you know what, here, I'm gonna take this one over here. I pumped this one up to 360. Let's just slowly move it up in speed until it actually breaks. Okay, looking good so far, actually. All right, now let's bump it up 2 more notches. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna break. It's not gonna last. I'm actually really surprised it's not glitching through and getting stuck. All right, ready? 2 more notches. How? Oh, there it goes. It finally broke. I was surprised. Oh, it's trying. It's not done. Come on. Come on. Do something. Okay, I think it's broken now. It's officially, they're both broken. They look kind of cool though, don't they? Well, if you guys enjoyed this, I've actually recreated a ton of similar mechanisms, seeing how they match up in scrap mechanics. So if that interests you, you can probably check that out right here on the end screen if I remember to put it there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.